let's talk a little bit about that Slayer thing. Of course, we all know Gary Holt's father passes, and they're in the middle of a tour. You get the call. It's got to be real feel really good that you get the call, and you get the set list. And what do? You just sit down and start learning the 15-song set list, and you got to be freaking out.
I'm, you know, ending this career with Machine Head. I'm doing this super awkward last tour because I quit, but we had the tour set up and I quit a month prior. And then
Oh
I,
gosh.
I go back and go, well, fuck, it's a dick move to quit and bail on a tour. I mean, if you can't find anybody else to replace me, then I'll do the tour. And then, Dave quits too. So it's just like, all right, we
Yeah.
both have to, so we're doing this tour, and it's weird every night. It's cool to say goodbye to the fans, but it's, I'm going from leaving this thing and not even knowing my worth in the industry or knowing if I'm good enough to be in a band. A lot of shitty things were said about me and to me about where I'm questioning, am I even a pro level guitar player,
Right.
and so I'm leaving. We played the last show at the Catalyst down in Santa Cruz. My wife has been home. We bought a bar in Dublin. She's been taking care of the bar. She's been watching our 2-year-old son, who's a terror, man. He's just so much energy. And like, I'm finally coming home. My wife is coming down to the show. I'm all, come on down. I'll drive us home. Get fucked up, let loose. And so she comes down, and I see her raging with the other wives, and she's like smoking pot in the pit, and she's pitting, and I'm like, holy crap. And at one point, I look at her, and she's got, my old drum tech would call it hunting and fishing. So she's got one eye up in the air, one there's like one
Yeah,
going this way.
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, oh my God.
yeah.
As we're at the end of the show, we're saying goodbye. I see her get taken up to the top, and I'm like, where the fuck is my wife? It's the big goodbye, me and Dave saying goodbye. She disappears. I come backstage. Evidently, she was up in the balcony throwing up all over my cousins, and just
Oh,
they bring her
oh,
down. She's on a road case, just fucking can't stand up, just throwing up everywhere, which is perfect. It's just like, I'm
yeah,
gonna get in the car. I'm just gone. I don't want the awkward, oh, see you later's or anything. This is my exit.
yeah.
Take her home through the, I got, it's like a Dexter murder scene in my
Oh,
front seat of my car. It's just towels everywhere.
oh, and
Get
that
her
brutal
home
drive home on
through the
that
hills.
through the hills, just oh, that's got to be gnarly on her.
Oh,
Like, oh,
it was late, so I was driving slow. We get her
yeah,
into bed, wake up the next day. It's just like, all right, baby, I'm home. I'm going to give you a hand. Your boy's home. You just take it easy. Don't worry anything. I'm sitting at the foot of the bed,
yeah,
and I get a text, and I look at it, and it's from Carrie.
yeah.
And he's all, hey, man, could you learn a set and be out here in a few days? And I like drop the phone literally
Oh,
on the bed, and she's like, what is it? And I read it back to make sure that it's not like, well, maybe perhaps, or there's this
yeah,
chance. It's just like, no, we need you.
yeah.
And I show it to her, and she's like, fuck, you gotta go.
Wow.
And
Did Carrie
that,
select you, or was it Gary?
I think it was Paul's girl. She's just like, they were thinking of people, and I think Carrie was thinking of European people because they were over there.
Right.
And I think that Paul's girlfriend had mentioned, hey, Machine Head just had their last show, so they're home. And so I think that Paul and Carrie, were on it, because Carrie's like, hey, I need to still talk to Tom, get Tom on board. But that was it.
Wow.
Might have saved my career at that point. It's just like, are you kidding? You guys, if I'm Slayer worthy, then
Oh,
fuck everybody
yeah.
else.
Well, yeah. And I mean, just to be blasted into that spotlight. Now, they send you the set list, and of course, Slayer stuff like I do inside and out, but you got to sit down and learn Jeff's side.
Yeah.
And also, I think there's 15 songs in that set list. And there's all kinds of weird shit. When you show up, you got, oh fuck, there's fire cues that are unreal. These fire cues. So there's like all this shit you got to learn, in a matter of 24 hours.